Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to more content on the channel. Today's video, we're going to play a brand new One Piece anime game here on Roblox. This one, as you guys can see, is called Vox Seas, and I'm actually pretty surprised by it. Right now, it's currently averaging over 40,000 players, which is just insane to see on a brand new, One Piece game on Roblox that I think is not even going to be in the meme format. Because you guys know all these new anime One Piece games on Roblox are all just like meme, multifaceted anime games. But finally, I think we're getting a dedicated actual like One Piece game, and I've never heard of this game until now, and bro, for it to have over 40k players is just absolutely absurd. So we're finally getting back to posting daily content on, for you guys. Excuse me, I was gonna say on you guys, but for you guys here on the channel. If you guys are excited for that and want to continue to see more content on this game here in particular, drop a like on the video, support your boy, and I got you guys with a series here on the channel. Okay, so already this is very Bloxroot-esque. I'm gonna go into Pirates over here, and okay, well, the UI is very nice. Let me just go in here because they have music, so I just want to mute that. By the way, I think I spawned in with the dragon race in this game. Yeah, actually, yeah, it says right here, dragon current race. So I don't know how rare that's going to be in this game, but it should be pretty rare, I think. I'm going to try to rejoin because the music's still playing for some reason, even though I turned it off. Now, I will say, for those of you that care, the music in this game apparently is 100% original, so I just don't want to hear it because you guys know I play my own music in these videos anyways. But yeah, definitely rejoining did happen and fix everything. So, all right, chat. So I actually had to look up the Trello, and here's Dragon for races. Okay, well, doesn't even say the rarity, but I mean, hey, maybe Dragon's the best thing you can get. I'm not gonna lie, chat, because I mean, we have human, angel, shark, mink, and then dragon at the very top over here. So this has to be the best thing, but this is all fairly new stuff. So I'm assuming this is why maybe they don't have rarity labels just yet. On God, I've never seen this in my life. Bro, they have a true triple dark blade in the game, bro. Like, this is like 3-star style with Yoru. That's insane. That is actually nutty. All right, well, anyway, I guess we can just dive into this and try to figure things out as we go, because like I said, there's not really much in game as far as like tutorials and stuff like that. And there's not even a wiki. I mean, well, there's kind of like a wiki out right now, but I had to scourge and scavenge the Googles for the Trello. So we have a sword dealer here, fruit dealer as well. We can interact with this guy, see how that goes. Oh, it's actually explaining to us. So when you buy here, you gain abilities of a god fruit, not the item itself. Buying another will overwrite your current fruit. Okay, so this is the actual shop. As you guys can see, you can spend in-game cash for some of these, or for whatever's in stock. So actually, Orbit is in stock right now for 1 million. That's pretty nice. Too bad I don't have money though. Can I still? Oh, you can buy it permanently with 1,800 Robux. But that's pretty cool. I don't know how hard it is going to be to actually get 1 million cash in game, but man, I wish I had that so I could have gotten that fruit. Now we also have this sword dealer NPC. We can buy the cutlass or the katana. Let's say the katana, for example, and it's gonna cost 500. So then what about the cutlass? Is that gonna be? Oh, it's also 500. All right, we'll try to get both of them. Check that out. Now they do have a spawn setter down over here. They have multiple NPCs. They have a local resident. What is that? See that island far away? ... Heard there's a crazy guy over there who teaches you how to jump through the skies. Oh, he must be talking about this island over here. I will say I do like this. Yeah, the skybox looks really nice. I really like it a lot, to be honest. And even the reflection on the water, even though this water, oh, you can swim through it. All right, pretty decent. So lastly, over here we do have a premium ship dealer, so you can buy the striker boat, the coffin boat. They also have a normal ship dealer over here, as you guys can tell with this guy. And I think he's gonna sell like a little rowboat. Yep. And then the iron sail for 500. So there you go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just try to see where's our first quest giver. But I literally just think that this game is doing so well because it's a new Bloxroot-esque type of game, which we got a fair bit of in the past, and honestly, they've always done really well. You know what I mean? The most successful one is evidently, King's Peace, King's Legacy, whatever you want to call it. But we really haven't been getting like true dedicated One Piece games at all lately, and I feel like this game is testament to the fact that people want to see these type of games, man. Like, this game's averaging over 40k players. So they have the Marine Recruiter over here. I'm just gonna try to see again where the first quest giver is at. Oh, they have a bandit hunter over here. We can select. Oh, this is the bandit quest. That's okay. It's interesting. So obviously, I think the guys that have this little circle, right, this little amber circle around them, that's gonna be like the quest givers. So We have basic jab with our Z key. That's our first ability. VFX looks pretty decent. Obviously they are going to have a mastery system for these games, or this game's combat system, right? Mastery system for the skills, should I say? My commentary is a little bit all over the place. So we only got to kill 5. Now, I should have probably checked. I might have stat points that I could already allocate. Let's try to check that out, right? Oh no, you don't start off with any in this game. Well, any spare ones. I don't know if I showed you guys the menus. I don't believe I did. But they do have titles and stuff like that. You can go ahead and see all the stuff in your inventory. They have a crew that you can make. They have the Robux shop, which apparently this is coming soon. All right. And then they have like a bunch of different game passes here, as you guys can see. Well, dev products really. So I wonder how much the Dark Blade is. 1,000 Robux. That's interesting. Okay. They have 2 times mastery. How much is that? 450. What about 2 times money? All right, that's another 450. Okay, well, I'm not gonna buy anything, but there's a lot of stuff that you can buy. You can buy gold, you can buy fragments, you can buy like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get double XP for an hour. I was gonna hold off on anything, but I'll buy 2 times XP. Why not? So, and then you can also buy all the fruits over here as well, chat. The most expensive fruit right now seems to be the poison fruit. Oh, and apparently they have codes in the game too. So I'll try to look up some codes real quick. All right, so first code you guys can use is release. All right, and that'll give you some 2 times XP. Then they have, I think, bug fix 1. Let me just copy that. There you go. That'll give you some more 2 times XP. And then you can use bug fix 2 for a stat reset. Make sure you guys use these codes if you want, you know, these bonuses, because I don't know how long they'll last before they actually reset and get expired, you know, or become expired rather. All right, there you go. So we got the quest done. We got a bunch of levels, dude. We're level 16. So even without 2 times XP, I would assume, oh, they have a free repeat quest. Oh man, not bad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna end up disabling the chat because these guys are like wilding, bro, in the chat. I'm not gonna hold you. So yeah, this game's pretty cool already. You know, most other games will make you pay for you to repeat your quests and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice, to be honest. One of the most tedious things, in my opinion, with playing with block shoots and whatnot, it's just having to, like, again, it's been a long time, so don't quote me on this. But back when I used to play, you would have to manually repeat quests and go back to the quest. It was just annoying. You know what I mean? But over here, as you guys can probably already tell, it's free and it's fast. It's gonna make grinding not as tedious. All right, chat, we just completed the quest again. I'm now level 20. So what's really cool too that I'm noticing so far is cash is not that hard to come by. So like I said, if I would have been playing the game for a bit, I probably would have had enough money. Most of you guys would have probably had enough money to get that that mythic fruit, right? Which I already forget what it was that was in stock. Yeah, the orbit fruit, right? So damn, really sucks that I can't get it, but whatever, it is what it is. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the katana, chat. We actually have enough to buy the katana and the cutlass. I think I'll just get them both just to have them. The only drawback that I'm noticing so far with this game is that, oh, that's pretty cool, they have a description to the item and then like buffs as well that they give. Not bad. All right, let's put in 9 stat points into the fence, and then I guess we can do like everything else. Well, we'll do 40, right? So 45 into our sword, and then just 10 into our defense for now. So let's go ahead and save that. There you go. And we'll give this a shot, see how much more damage we're doing. Oh yeah, way more damage. So yeah, the only thing that I will say that I think is going to be annoying with this game is just going to be the mastery grind. Our Z key looks like that, chat, by the way. Yeah, the VFX is really clean in this game. It kind of reminds me of, I forget what was the last Blox Fruits-esque like One Piece game that we got that did really good, but then the updates kind of ruined the game. But the VFX on that game was also really good. So apparently at level 25, you unlock a new quest. They do have a compass system in the game, but I don't know exactly where it is on the UI. I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna do this quest a little bit more. Probably get to like level 30 and then we'll head on out of here. All right, chat, we just got to level 30. So I still don't have enough mastery for our next ability, but I'm gonna try to max out the katana first before we even try to take a look at the cutlass, right? But I think this is the compass right here in the left hand corner. So let's track this, and they want us to go down over there. All right, so according to this guy, right, remember he said that quite literally, hold on, let's go over here. Oh my god, yo, the dinghy is so slow. But yeah, according to him, we can unlock Geppo in this next island. Now, I probably will have to come revisit the starter island later on because, dude, I really didn't fully explore it. You know what I mean? So we would, you know what? Let me try to do that first. All right, so that I can just set my spawn point at the new island, and then I don't have to think about like coming back here ever again. At least right now, right? By the way, much like block shoots, this game is gonna have you forcefully like put some stat points into your strength, because strength is gonna scale your overall stamina, excuse me. All right, chat. So unless I'm blind, and typically I am, but I don't think it's the case this time around. I explored the whole island. There's really not much here, so we'll interact with this guy. I'm actually gonna spend 500 for iron sail, because the regular boat is just so slow. Oh my god. Yeah, and even this thing is slow as heck. Like, I feel like if you don't get the striker boat or the coffin boat, you're probably gonna be struggling, bro. This thing is super slow, bro. All right, chat. So here's the next island. This is kind of different. Normally, you go like to Jungle Island. Yeah, they call this Werewolf Island. So yeah, Jungle Island is usually like your next island in these games typically, but this is pretty cool. Very ominous vibe on this Werewolf Island over here. So let's pick up our first quest, right? This is the Mark Hunter. We got a couple of different quests here. Let's see, that's level 50. That's gonna be at level 75. And obviously this one we can already do at level 25, which we're level 30, of course. So we effectively just have to kill shadow werewolves, or defeat shadow werewolves rather. So let's see. I think these might be, yeah, these might be the ones. Now this is gonna be a little bit annoying just because, like, you know, we have a couple of people here on this island and everybody is trying to like multi-aggro these werewolves here. So this might take some time, but we will try to get it done regardless, right? So here's what I know. So we just got the quest done. They have like this little cave here. I don't even know if we can go into it. Okay, we could. So I think this might be where the boss actually spawns in. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of dark on this island though. I definitely feel like with an update or two, like they can, like, I don't know, make this island, excuse me, a little bit more visible. Cause I just feel like things are a little too dark, twin. Like, honestly, I know like they're trying to like make it like that because of the aesthetic here, but I don't know. I just feel like the lighting could be better. It's not necessarily that the place has to be like, how do I say, like not as dark. It's just like the contrast or something maybe. I don't know. It's like very harsh shadows around here. All right, chat. So we got to level 50. Didn't take as long as I thought it would. I don't even know. The annoying part is that as I'm moving on to the next quest, these other guys are also going to be moving on to their next quest too. So whatever, it is what it is. So we got to defeat some forest hunter now. So we'll go this way. These might be the guys actually over here. Let's take a look. Yes, and indeed. All right, so these are level 50s. Now these guys are very spaced out. I thought grinding in this game was not going to be as bad as it is in block shoots, but man, these guys are so spaced out, twin, that I'm just like, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Why did this guy? Okay, well, this guy just PvP me. Now we're starting to get into the annoying player territory. This guy got clapped up by NPC, chat. I was gonna come over here and just like destroy him, if you will, but I don't know. He got clapped up by NPCs. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and do this. Wait, is he PvP, bro? How can he hit me but I can't hit him? I don't know. Whatever. Anyways. Oh wait, chat. I think he was. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get killed by him. I thought I did though, but whatever. So you guys know, typically when I play these games, I always get like Yoru, but I really just want to see if you guys would be interested in seeing this game be a series on the channel. So if you guys haven't already, just drop like on a video, and then next video we'll pay to win. We'll go ahead and actually buy like Yoru and all that good stuff. Probably all the game passes, but worst case scenario, I'll just get most of them, you know. But man, I'm just like fighting the urge to actually getting Yoru right now. Like, I really do want to get it. This katana is actually pretty decent. Like, we do a decent amount of damage. Granted, like, we're like fairly early into the game's like progress overall, but we're doing really good damage. You know what I mean? And I just feel like if we're doing this amount of damage with this katana, imagine with Yoru, right? So let's take on the boss, because maybe he already spawned, right? Unless the game actually tells you when bosses spawn in. I don't really. Oh, yeah, never mind. This guy's not here, chat. I think I'm gonna have to stick to grinding on the forest hunters. Now, actually, you know what? Before we do anything else, let's go down over here. This might be the Geppo teacher, which should be Rayleigh, or maybe they're using another NPC here. Yeah, they're using Ronan. All right, he says, "Hey, I'm Ronan, and I run the fruit roulette." Oh, never mind. It's a different NPC. So you can do this every 2 hours, and the cost of doing this depends on your level. So apparently we need $24 in cash. This UI is very nice though, and you can randomly spend for a fruit. Okay, we'll leave that for later. For now, let us see. Well, you know what? Let me get high enough levels. Let me go ahead and just take on the forest hunter quest, and I'll get to like probably level 100 is gonna be the max level that we'll be on this island for, but we'll see. Oh, by the way, I just realized, you know, down here in the UI, it says I died recently. My PvP is disabled. I can enable it again in the settings. So that's obviously the reason why I wasn't able to damage that guy. But I thought he was able to hit me nonetheless, but I guess not. Whatever, it is what it is. All right, chat, we just got to level 100 and we can actually go ahead and move on to apparently the next island now. But we're gonna try to see if we can find that Geppo teacher, because to be honest, maybe the NPC that we talked to on the starter island wasn't even pointing at this island. Maybe he was pointing at another island and Geppo is somewhere else. But like I said, I'm just gonna run around the island real quick, see if I can find anything. All right, fellas, we're gonna get out of here. So no Geppo sky jump trainer, or whatever the heck you want to call it, on this island. I actually ended up checking the Trello, and they don't list where these trainers are at, to be honest with you. But I looked at this specific island, and they do tell you what is contained within the island, and that guy happened to not be one of the people on this island. So I'm just gonna go in a different direction, and I guess I'll take a look here and we'll see. All right, well, this kind of does look like the area where you would find that trainer. So by the way, I have to go over there. That's our next island, but let's just jump up over here. So this is gonna be the oh yeah, it's gonna be the air jump island. All right, so they have like this little mini game for it. I guess we'll go ahead and get this done. The only unfortunate part would be if they require like a high amount of like money, because I don't have that much money on us right now, right? Now, I'll be honest with you, this thing is not as easy as it looks, chat. Like they got a pretty difficult little obby here. Well, not too difficult, but you know. All right, here we go. So yeah, here's the air jump teacher. Let's talk to him. For 5,000, I'll teach you how to leap through the skies again and again. All right, brother. There you go. So now we should be able to just like jump, and indeed, chat. All right, lit. So with that being done and dealt with, we're gonna make our way to the next island. Good news is that we have like about 23 mastery on our katana, so we're almost at 25, and that'll allow us to actually see what our second ability on the katana is as well. Okay, guys. So next island is Orange Town. We'll go ahead and set our spawn point over here, and we will take the first quest, which is right around the corner. Now, we do have another NPC here. This is the rare sword seller. So what does he sell? Oh, he sells 2 sword style. Okay, 5,000. Yeah, we'll actually go ahead and buy that just to have it on us. But obviously, you know, with our katana, 1 sword style, whatever you want to call it, we do want to get our second ability unlocked so we can take a look at it. So I believe these are the guys that we got to kill, right? And indeed they are, chat. So go ahead and get this done, and I'll let you guys know when we unlock our next ability, right? Okay, guys, so level 25 mastery. We now have our X key, which is called Flash. Ooh. All right, wait a minute. We'll use that again. So the VFX on that move actually looked really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just zoom out because, again, it's a really quick attack, and it didn't really show you. Well, it's not really a whole lot to it, but I was gonna say it didn't really show you the best amount of the VFX when we were zoomed in, but overall pretty nice. This game's pretty solid in my opinion. I know we just did a bunch of grinding, but VFX and ambience and everything looks nice. We'd love to make this a series. Just support the video if you guys want to see that happen. All right, stop. God damn it.